First, we have to realize that there is a hierarchy in all things that exist. Some things are higher or better than others, and some things are lower. This makes sense because everything is created for love, and as C.S. Lewis says, love doesn't spring from equality, it springs from differences. And he says that in The Four Loves, and we'll probably talk more about that in another video. But sometimes, because we're founded, our culture, Western culture is very democratic, equality is very important, we have trouble believing that there is some things are better than other things and some things are worse than created things, like a chair can't be better than another chair, or that's just my preference. So let's look at some examples that could help us to understand how hierarchy is a good thing and just help us to understand it. The first is, everybody who studied biology or the study of life knows that there is a hierarchy in living things, right? So there are more complex organisms and we order them in that way. So that's one image that might help you understand this a little better. Another image that'll help, especially for Catholics, is in heaven, nobody's equal to Mary. She's above everyone. She's the Queen of Heaven. And that isn't a bad thing. We rejoice in that. I don't know any Catholic that would be like, oh man, that sucks that Mary is actually higher than us. And no, that's awesome because we get to love her for what she is. And even for non-Catholics, we could look at, for non-Catholic Christians, we could look at that that Christ is higher, and that's not a bad thing, that we love him, that our love springs from that we recognize him, that he's not equal to us, but he's above us. That's awesome. And this leads to the next thing, that even, it's not just all created things that there's hierarchy. Even in God himself, in the Trinity, there's hierarchy. Now, all the persons are equal, right? Don't want to get into heresy there, but there is still hierarchy, right? Because the Father is the source of being there. He begets the Son, and the Holy Spirit processes from the Father and the Son. So that's some complex theology, and we could get into it more later, and we probably will. But there is a hierarchy even in there, in the how Jesus, or the Word, is begotten, and the Holy Spirit is spirated from the Father through the Son. So there's hierarchy even there. Well, one of the best descriptions of hierarchy that I really like in created things is from the Catechism, and it's talking about the different vocations. But we're not talking about vocations today, but it comes from the Catechism, section 1620, and it goes like this: what appears good only in comparison with evil would not be truly good. The most excellent goods is something even better than what is admitted to be good. So it's good that there's a hierarchy in creation, and we want to keep that in mind. So there are things that are better or worse.